Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to 7 Days Valencia. It's me, JD Sensei. How we doing, guys? I just got to get some food, and then we are out of here. I just want to see. Ooh, I should actually hit the regular chow. What was that at? We'll just eat this. Top off, and we'll top off right here. So, yeah, you can see I made a few things overnight. I made a couple of things we're gonna need. Hopefully if you guys following the news, I'm still sicky poos, so I'm still not 100% comfortable. Just so you know, so if I pause for any reason, it's usually just to catch my breath or something like that. Anyways, to follow up, the Fun Pimps did tweet out that Console Edition has passed certification, so we are on track for the 25th, which means your boy here is currently these episodes I'm recording right now would be posting the day after that 1.0 releases, which would be cool as hell. Which means when these post, I should be recording 1.0 and not knowing what the hell I'm doing. Sounds fun after so many years. Sorry. Having a little trouble catching my breath. It's just, yeah, I spent the day at work, and then I didn't feel too bad, but I took medicine when I came home. I ate, I chilled out a little bit, and I'm like, well, we do have to get the. I'm still trying to stay consistent, even though I know 1.0's videos are going to should be uploading. Hopefully around the time this posts, I should, if I don't have one up, I should have one coming up within the next day. We'll see. And then we'll continue with this for a little bit. I'm not going to put as much effort into finishing this up because I should have most of my attention on 1.0. So that's the idea here. Pardon me, I just had the yawns. I don't know why. Well, it's not really super duper hot, but it's hot enough. It's late in the day. Tomorrow it'll be better when I record because you guys know I usually record Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Usually 3 of those 4 days I'll record. I did Thursday, Friday. Today's Saturday. I'm doing Saturday. I'm probably going to do tomorrow. So that'll put us up in a nice, happy place for you know, episodes. So because again, once I start getting into 1.0, I'm to the new console edition. That's going to be its whole other series. Also, one of y'all did ask whether we're going to do a single series, so they did release a roadmap. So we have, of course, the release. Then we have Q4, which is usually Q4 would be like ass end of December. You're talking like December 22nd, because they go by fiscal quarters, not calendar quarters. So it would be December to end of December to end of February would be Q1, and then we had something in Q2 and Q2 2025, and then another update in Q4 2025. That's assuming nothing gets delayed or anything like that. So the next big update after this is they're putting weather back. Apparently, the PC alpha doesn't have weather. Lucky them. But they will be, once they do that update, apparently they're going to be putting the clothing back in around that point. And then the update after that is supposed to be the big one with bandits. And then further out, they have the story mode and stuff like that. So I would assume at least, I don't know about the weather one, but the the second quarter 2025 and the fourth quarter 2025 are probably going to necessitate, especially since I think it was this second update includes the random gen. But I've also heard there's multiple pre-made maps other than nav, so I might have we might do a bunch of stuff, dude. I'm not gonna pigeonhole myself. The only thing I'll commit to is I'm gonna start on nav. I'm gonna start on the nav map. Okay, we want the Shuvli, we want the pickaxe. Well, actually pop out the pickaxe for a uno momento. I need that. Let's see what else I want out of here. I brought over concrete. Let's go ahead and bring over a little bit more. Let's grab some frames out of here. Let's grab up some of these out of here. And we're probably going to need more grassy ground, so we'll grab that out. So I made the lights on a whim. I don't know if this will work. I don't think it will, but you know what? Your boy here is used to trying stupid stuff, so also I do not like that shadow is over here, but whatever. All right, I don't think this will work at all, but I wanted to take a shot. Is that actually going on the bottom? No. Well, I could do that. Wait. Where did it go? Why are you centered? All right. That's top. Sideways top. So that would go right there. But when it comes over... Let me just place it... Oh, well, where did it go? I have no idea what that does. I'd have to see it at night. If only water was clear, huh? All right, so the original idea was to lay it flat. See how it likes to go up that way, right? I wanted to lay it flat, but it doesn't want to do that. So I kind of figured it wouldn't work the way I wanted it to. And occasionally it just disappears. Yeah, these kind of suck, to be honest. I don't like them. I figured I'd make a few just to see what they do. Let's go ahead and scrap those back down. It was worth a shot. I kind of wanted to see if I could put lights down there, like a bottom lighted pool. But I guess not happening. Okay, we did want to finish this up. Little quickie thing. Alright. Let's go ahead and line that up and keep on going. Oh, still got plenty to go. All this because I want it to look a certain way. Yeah, but I actually joined the Reddit too, because I don't know why. I thought I had it. I thought I had that Reddit marked, but I didn't. But yeah, even my mod, Ever, sent me a note that they are, that they passed certain, they were handed out codes. I didn't see anything on that. It was available on the PlayStation Store apparently at one point, and there's something wrong on their back end, so it's not available at the moment. But the last update I did see from the Fun Pimps was that they passed certification and more info later in the week on release times and discounts. So we are in the final stage, and I am excited to be playing that. Don't worry about the flag stone block. That's for the ceiling upstairs. Okay, I have not figured out what I'm going to do with this stuff yet. I also did want to make something real quick. I meant to test this out last night, but I was busy doing other crap. I wanted to I'm pretty sure this won't work, but I wanted to see it anyways. Okay. Yeah, this. All right, just give me 2 of those. There's a reason I want to do this. I wanted it to make like a beach chair. So what I was thinking is you take, if you know, like a beach chair, if I could angle them at like 45-degree angles, that'd be kind of cool. You could basically set them up so they're right in the middle. I actually did want to try a little something else out on the pool. I was playing with it last night. I was playing around with it, and I know I have some of the stuff over here, so I figured I'd grab it real quick. Let me go grab that. I'm going to roll the dice and leave that open for a minute. We do have to get Purdying up here momentarily. This is, yeah, the pains. I kind of wanted to do some. Actually, let me try this real quick. All right. I did have another idea too. I just wanted to see what this would do. Unfortunately, there are no triangular blocks, which would help out. Sorry, I'm just playing around with. I also love going over this. Looks like I've gone insane. All right, jump over here. All right, there's a couple of things I wanted to try. First of all, let me see this. Where can I? Oh, I could actually put this here, right? And then turn it on. Yeah, maybe I'll do 2 of those. The other thing I wanted to try, I don't think this will work, but... All right. If I put that down there, you can't see it, which sucks. And that counts as light. Oh, actually, what I was hoping is that would raise the water up. Doesn't really look like it does that. So I'd have to bash some of these out. Oh, and it destroys the water source too? Interesting. I don't know if I like this. All right, well, let me see what I can do here. I can always replace the water. All right, well, this is also a very interesting way to get rid of water. Now that I'm looking at it, I wonder if this will count as getting rid of all this water. That is interesting. The way it did that, like it displaced the water, so it counts as getting rid of it. Interesting. You always learn something with this game. So now I have this, but I think the best thing would have been this. I wish the water could be crystal clear. It's whatever. We'll leave that for right now. No biggie. Okay, but I do have stuff I need to do. I'd like to focus on. Mainly this big old turd here. Which this is legit just going to be grassland. I'm just going to make this grass. And then we can get up our wonderful fencing around here. Make it look pretty. That is definitely something we want to do. And again, this is a really good way to get... I don't think I'm going to need these anytime soon, so I'm just going to scrap them down. Knew I heard a birdie. Oh, boy. Oh, bejeebus. Look at what we got. Oh, look at this nonsense. All right. Hold up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can get old fat boy. I need a headshot, bro. I need you to stop doing that. Oh, man, I hate this. All right, fine. Can I get you to turn this way? All right. Fudge ripple. Okay, we're, all right, this is nonsense. Come here. Where's that cop? All right, you gone. Oh my God, they spawned a cop right where I was. Tubby! Bitch, get the hell out of my way. I got 3 cops over here. What in the Sam Hill? Are you not dead yet? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm not happy with the fact that they just spawned a fat-ass cop right here. Also, thank you. Oh, freaking hell. Now he decided to get stuck in that. Oh, come on, that. There you go. That's a headshot, so you're done. You're just being annoying. Alright, I think that killed him. Alright, did anybody have anything useful? No, but I mean, I'm gonna chop you up for more, well, hopefully for more goodies. Nobody's got any fat here? What the hell? Come on, guys. I have no idea what that other thing is. Alright, you're down here. Boy, you chunky bastard, you better give me some fat. That's not a lot, considering. And where did the other tubby tuna go? Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm after. Alright, tubby. Damn, man! I got the cops that didn't, We're also gonna have to get rid of this. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Where did I shoot the Bernie boy? Oh, probably this one, right? And that's him. We'll get rid of that. Why'd the Bernie boy have more fat on him? What the hell? Also, here, take this crap, and this crap. I don't want none of this crap. Yeah, that's a little miffing. That's a word I'm using. That's a little miffing. 3 cops spawned in. I heard the Bernie boy, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I look up, and there's spawning cops on top of me. And I'm like, are you for real? Can we, like, not do this? Can we, like, not do stupid stuff to me? I would appreciate not doing that. Yeah, but before we got distracted, I am totally ready to be playing 1.0. That is definitely going to be the jam, man. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm probably going to die a lot, I would assume. Because even though I know the basics, I know what I want to do, for the most part, I still am a total novice when it comes to 1.0. It's basically, like, if you think about it, it's kind of like we took a break of like 7 or 8 years from playing, which is essentially what we're going to be, what it's going to be like for us console folks. You know, we haven't been playing the version that everybody else is playing. We didn't have a choice in the matter, but yeah, it's literally going to be like that. All right, and we're going to take this out because I kind of figured this went here, but couldn't really tell. Let me get a frame down here, because I am going to want to fix this area right down here. Alright, start putting these in. Normally I would have taken care of this earlier, but we were more interested in doing other stuff. This is just to, you know, some stupid crawler or some crap shows up later. This is just if they ever dig down into the dirt, we don't want them finding a way to dig into our base. And like I said, normally I would have dug that out earlier, but it's not a big deal. And do know I'm hot. I just needed to come back here and go to the next page, and there you go. Throw that on. I'm still miffed I didn't get a whole hell of a lot of fat out of that. We figured with 2 cops, I would have got more fat, but no. It was the Bernie boy that gave me the most, and you'd think all his fat would be burned off. If anybody's was burning calories, it was definitely Bernie boy. He took that to a whole new level. So yeah. Yeah, but I'm super duper excited. And no, before anybody asks, I have no idea what builds I want to do. I have no idea what I want to spec into, although I am leaning towards spears. Spears look cool. So does the shock baton. I will say, from what I've seen of gameplay, RNG is going to determine a lot of stuff. You know. Do I go into Pummel Pete? Well, it'll depend on what I find. I know they're influenced. Like once you start putting points in, the game is supposed to give you more magazines and stuff focusing on that. Like if you started specking into stealth, you get more stuff that would help you in stealth. But who knows how that works, how often that works. I mean, also remember, everybody's like, oh, well, it's still experimental. I mean, guys, those of us on console, yeah, the PC people have been taking care of the big bugs, but the console-specific ones, we are at the mercy of whatever they did for closed beta. They didn't even have a closed beta, so it's whatever their testers could find. We are going to find the rest. We are the beta testers, just so you know. So, one of the things I am expecting is the random crashes. I do expect that. I will say, give Iron Galaxy, the company that made this, I mean, they missed the MD5. Everybody knows that. Telltale screwed up the MD5, and I believe they had a fix ready to go. But that's all. Telltale decided to die, and there was a big fiasco over the patch and everything. Because from what I heard, the final patch we would have gotten for console was like literally ready to go, but for whatever reason, legalese prevented it from happening. And that, I believe that would have fixed the MD5 that Xbox is murdered with. But who knows if it's true, and they're just saying, oh yeah, we had it fixed, and it worked. Because again, you know, they can only test so much, and then we run into, you know, even the big budget games with huge QA staffs. You know, even back in the day when, you know, there was no downloads and stuff, crap still fixed this. Slip through. I don't know if any of you guys played the old PS2 Atelier games. Sorry, getting a drink. I remember it was Atelier Iris 2. Was it 2? One of the Ateliers, but I know there was a nasty bug, a crash bug on the final boss. And the only way to not have it happen is when you got to the final boss, you had to switch your language to Japanese. It was something with the it was a coding issue with when it tried to load the English dialogue, it would crash during the fight. Obviously, that was PS2 error too, so they couldn't patch it. So I just remember that, like, you get to when you get to the end game, the final boss, you had to switch it to the language to Japanese so you could beat the boss. Yeah, you could beat the game. Was it Atelier Iris, right? Yeah, I think it was 2. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. It was one of the earlier Atelier games. It was before, it definitely wasn't 3, because that Iris looked different. but I'm fairly sure it was 2. I do remember that nasty bug though. And that was back in the day, you know, they had to get it right. So even QA staffs like that, they'd miss something like that because there's no way to test for that, especially, you know, it was, how would you test for that? You got to figure, like, it might not have been a standard thing either. I only played the final boss like twice, but it was happened often enough that people had reported it on message boards and stuff. So I was like, so I just, you know, I didn't try to consistently replicate it, but I know it happened and it happened to me. So you can figure that, like, it's something that slipped by that, you know. That's probably because, you know, they tested it in Japanese and then they coded it up for, you know, translated it and then just went ham. Who knows why that happens? That doesn't seem like it would make sense, but whatever triggered the crash was apparently something that was in the code that they put in for the translation. You would think that didn't do anything, but apparently it does. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm expecting to run into some unforeseen stuff on the consoles. Although I will say consoles today are very, very close to PCs. Older PCs. They were higher end a couple of years ago, you know, or 3 years ago, but PCs are always, you know, they're always like doubling up every 6 or 8 months, whereas consoles, you're stuck with whatever you got until the next hardware update. And I'm hoping we're not doing pros again. I think I'm done with that crap. I didn't even get a PS4 Pro, or I didn't get the improved Xbox One. What was the upgrade to the one? There was something in there. I remember there was something weird. I don't like the mid-gen upgrades. I mean, either make it beefy from the get-go, and you know, or you know, update your software. I mean, or go straight PC. Just do a Sony. Don't do a Sony Vio, please. Those things were overpriced for what they were. But yeah, I mean, if you don't want to make it upgradable, you know, fine. Just keep the price point down, and then every 5 or 6 years. That's kind of what a console is. And with the lines starting to blur now, because, you know, there's no guarantees, but Microsoft seems to... I mean, they always kind of seem this way, but they seem to want to go more of a third-party route. And Sony's kind of leaning the same way. They want to put their stuff... And in the end, they're all businesses. They all like to have their little echo chambers where they're like, oh, ours is better, ours is better, but it's all about the money, man. That's what it really is. The console wars are only... they're only for the fans. You know, these guys are competitors, but at the end of the day, if teaming up and making a super system where they each got all the money, as much money as they possibly could, if it was going to be like triple what they're both making right now, you can bet your ass there would be no Sony and Microsoft. It would be Sony Soft or Microny, whatever. They would team up in a heartbeat. If there was no downside and it was pure money, they'd definitely do it. Especially if they thought they could get away with it. And that's kind of why we have antitrust laws. And, you know, monopoly laws and stuff like that. So they can't do that, because then they would have no competition, and that's another thing. But, yeah, they do this stuff just to differentiate themselves. Oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like, I knew when Microsoft bought Bethesda, I was like, yeah, Starfield will probably stay. There's no way in hell, with the established user bases, there's no way in hell they're gonna put, like, Skyrim or Elder Scrolls 6 only on the Microsoft system. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell they're gonna ignore 20 million people that played Skyrim on the Sony system. It's not happening. Same thing with Sony, with their big ones. I'm surprised Spider-Man took as long as it did. But There was no way in hell that was going to stay on Sony systems forever. It was not happening. The one I'm surprised about is Bloodborne. I know they paid to do it, but we can't even get a remake of that? Come on, man. Do a remake, put it on everything. Everybody deserves to suffer. I mean, enjoy that game. If you played Bloodborne, you know. It's actually not that bad. I mean, as far as Souls games go, I don't know. I don't think I'd put Bloodborne up there as... Well, I guess it's... Alright, if we're going to go in... I'd say the hardest one to me, and it's a controversial take, yeah, I think it's Dark Souls 2. And not for a good reason. It's hard because it's all gank bosses and stuff. A lot of multi-bosses. Not a lot of good... You know, the controls are a little wonky. There's all sorts of stuff that's weird about Dark Souls 2. If you know, you know. It's just one of those things. This is going to be a really nice yard when I get it done. But yeah, I out of all the Dark Souls I played everything. Demon Souls, Dark Souls. Demon Souls is its own animal. With the world tendencies and stuff. That's its own animal. I won't say it's hard, unless you make it hard with the world tendencies. You can screw up and do some really weird crap. But you have to actually know what you're doing with world tendencies. You can't really... I don't think you can really... You have to purposely do some of that stuff with world tendencies to make it really hard. Elden Ring is not hard. I mean, it has hard bosses, but the open world part, a lot of that makes it easier. You can tell too, because when you go into a pre-made place, like some of the places that you can't, you know, can't come back from, like the Volcano Manor, if you're not ready for that, oh boy, that can be bad. I'd say though, with the ability to pace yourself and wander where you want, you could do things in Elden Ring that you can't do in other games. Well, I mean, you can, but they're boring as sin. Like, you'd have to be really dedicated to play the hell out of like, to get to really power level in, like, Dark Souls 3 or something. Sorry, getting a drink again. That's my take on it. I don't know, all of them I'd say... I'd say Bloodborne is probably the hardest, just because. Well, actually, Sekiro to me. It depends on. That's one of those games. If the gameplay doesn't click, you'll never be good at it. I don't really like that type of gameplay. The counter gameplay. It's not really my jam. So I can't speak on that because I knew as soon as I saw the type of gameplay they were offering, I didn't want to play it. I've seen playthroughs and stuff, and I don't know if that's hard or not. To me, it's just a different type of gameplay. It's not the kind I would want to play. I'd say, though, Bloodborne is probably, I think, especially with the Chalice dungeons, which could be better. They had a lot of promise, and they kind of whiffed on that. I mean, they could have done so much more with the Chalice dungeons. They did do quite a bit. The problem is, I don't think very many people tried them that much. Some people did, honestly, because there's a lot of hidden stuff in there, but that's where the difficulty is in Bloodborne. Oh, and the DLC, of course. DLC is not fair to compare. DLCs are often no joke, because they already know. You pretty much know the game, so they're going to have to update it a lot. But I'd say Dark Souls 2 because it's a combination of the clunkiness of, like, the OG Dark Souls, the clunkiness of the controls, and you know what I'm talking about. If you've done the jumping in that game, you know. Now put it on Dark Souls 2 level. and all the gank boss fights, the multi-boss fights. It's called gank boss. There's a lot of bosses. A lot of them are doubles and triples and quadruples. A lot of crazy crap like that. The limited visibility and stuff like that. I want to say Dark Souls 2. Plus, it does have some good ones, and it does have one of the best so what is it? The expansion, the DLC. I think that's one of the better expansions. Dark Souls 3. If you took shields out of the game, maybe. I mean, I didn't. I have a full playthrough, I believe. Yeah, I have 1 and 3. I have on my channel. I have playthroughs of, and I believe I did Bloodborne too. I think I did the DLC for that too. I did everything except for maybe Lady Maria, and I don't think I mean, I beat these in my own later, I think. I know I did. I got all the way to the end. The end boss. I didn't do the secret boss. The dude with the shrimp. He didn't look like he was a fun fight. I mean, it could be. I don't know. I just didn't seem. I didn't really get interested in that part. The whole thing with the umbilical and stuff like that. I think the last part with Moonlight, was it Moonlight Essence and Garamond? I think that's still the best ending. To me, that was a cool ass fight. He had some cool lines. You know, that was kind of the cool part. Lady Maria was cool cutscene, and she's not that bad to fight. She's bad because she can pretty much knock your ass down really quick if she gets a couple of hits in. So I think Bloodborne's one of the harder games. Now, granted, you can farm up healing items, but here's the kicker: you have to farm those up. So that is kind of a thing too against it. A lot of people didn't like, you know, having to go back to Yarnum over and over and farm up vials and stuff because it slowed down the gameplay. I didn't mind that, but some people did. So, you know, everybody's got different tastes. But yeah, I was a big Souls. I'm a big Souls guy. I played Elden Ring, and where did I make it? I think I was up on the Atlas Plateau, and then other games came out, and I got distracted by them. I know I was going for Ronnie's ending. You know, the Blue Witch. I'd already done most of her stuff, so... Wow, this was a big place, too. I ended up using all 500. Okay, this is actually good to know, because I know that the park area I want to do is going to be about this big, too. All right, I know I have more, so I'm going to go grab more. I do want to get this done. This is one of those big ones. But yeah, I don't know. I think, to me, Bloodborne is probably the best Souls game. I think. And I think it's one of the tougher ones. I can't say, like I said, I have not played Sekiro. But I know just from looking at it, looking at gameplay, and I've seen plenty of people play through it, and I'm just like, it's not for me. It's not. I don't find that type of gameplay enjoyable, which is fine. I mean, some people don't like this type of gameplay. You know, running around and doing the survival or the building. That's completely understandable. I say to everybody, you know, if you know you're not going to like the gameplay, don't listen to any trolls or anything that'll be like, oh, well, you just have to get good. No, if you know you're not going to let it, that type of gameplay is not your cup of tea. Do not waste your money. Just don't. Don't let people goad you into that. Oh, but you're missing an experience, bro. If you know Twitch gameplay, or if you played any game that has like a countering system, like Ghost of Tsushima, which I can barely tolerate, you know, just imagine like some kind of a, just take it up like Assassin's Creed and just make it like Dark Souls hard. Think of that. Countering Dark Souls hard. And then just add some systems on. Obviously, that's not what Sekiro is. Before anybody's like, that's not Sekiro. Yeah, no joke. I'm just saying, that's the type of gameplay they're going for. It's all counters and blocking, and that's not me. That's not me. I don't like that type of gameplay, except for very specific. I did like it in Ghost of Tsushima, but Ghost of Tsushima is its own beast doing its own thing. Where are you dropping that thing? Over there, huh? Let me take a look. Oh, that's going to be in the middle of no man's land, isn't it? Where did you drop that? I'm going to assume that's that one right there. Anyways, guys, that is the 5-minute warning that we are into the next episode. So thank you guys so much for joining me in my random ramblings on Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave the like. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I do upload every day. Have a great day, guys. I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye now.